Understanding the importance of decreeing and its application from the Ascended Master teachings. Light will not act on its own accord. It needs to be qualified, called forth, and directed. The MAHA CHOHAN says, to change the consciousness of mankind, we must utilize the sacred fire. What is sacred fire? This is from Beloved Lord Kuthumi in his book, The Guru and the Chela. The intelligence, using the wand of power, which is his own feeling world, charges that primal life with peace, purity, healing, love, opulence, strength, wisdom, and all the God qualities. And the primal life, consciously charged by the directing intelligence, takes on the color and sound of the quality invoked and the vibratory rate of that quality, and becomes the sacred fire. It is that simple. The MAHA CHOHAN continues, this sacred fire can be drawn by any one individual through the entire human race and all life evolving on earth, without the outer consciousness of any life stream being aware of the service rendered. The sacred violet fire of purification passes through the consciousness of the people. It removes the inner causes of diseases and maladjustments, and the effects automatically disappear. Whatever is done in the name of our I Am presence carries the threefold action of the flame within our hearts of love, wisdom, and power, which is all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-loving. And through the power of our I Am presence, we have the three faculties of attention, visualization, and qualification, which must be divinely directed through our higher mental body, our Holy Christ Self, to bring the desired results of the decrees. Saint Germain explains, through the long centuries of living, mankind has decreed and driven wedges of falsehood and unreality through the misuse of the sacred name I Am, declaring fear, poverty, sickness, hatred, and the myriad of human qualities which are an abject falsehood in respect of our divinity, which cannot be fearful, poor, sick, angry, etc. Hence the need for repetition and the intensity in our feelings for the desired outcome of the decree. The difference between prayers and decrees. This is from A.D.K. Look, Law of Life. Praying is supplication from the human standpoint, which does not carry the authority of the I Am God presence, and there is no universal law confirming manifestation. Most affirmations are statements affirming something hoped for, and the action being that of convincing oneself. However, decrees are a command or fiat in the name and authority of our I Am presence, and must be made manifest by cosmic law, which sets the law into action that manipulates energy and substance. And according to cosmic law, nothing is made manifest without the decree made in the name I Am. Jesus knew his I Am presence and the law, and his famous statements are all prefaced with the name I Am. In the book of Job in the Old Testament of the Bible, the power of decreeing is confirmed. Decree a thing, and it shall be established unto thee, and the light shall shine upon thy way. The great divine director says in the I Am discourses, there is no greater privilege of service before mankind today than the issuing of these mighty decrees for the freedom of themselves and the world, the seizing and binding of entities, the use of the violet consuming flame, and the call of the tube of light around you. These are mighty activities which are imperative for you. Will you use them and be free? The choice is yours, beloved ones. A.D.K. Look in the book Law of Life. When you call to the I Am presence, you are calling to the I Am presence of everyone in the world. Even earnest students do not realize the power their call to the I Am presence is. Beloved Sanat Kumara says, the decrees have rendered a service to the world like nothing else in 2 million years. He says, when you go into action in your groups, making tremendous calls for the light rays to expand and to remove those causes of distress, you render a service that you will never fully comprehend until you are ascended. That is why cities where sanctuaries of light are established, are more pure by far than those that are not so blessed. Beloved Lady Concordia says, when the Chela's mind wanders during the service, it not only decreases the energy, but causes discoloration around the light if the thought patterns are of a negative nature. The light itself cannot be contaminated, but it is the radiation around it that becomes discolored. If you were giving a cup of water to someone who was ill or very thirsty, common sense would tell you to use a clean cup. So it should be when making calls or in meditation, be it for healing, governmental affairs, or for any other service. Should the thought cross a Chela's mind, I do not like that rendition, such and such should be used. You are functioning from a lower consciousness instead of clothing the radiation in divine love and gratitude for the expanded service. May I suggest that you silently ask that the angels of the violet fire and purity release their love and light and transmuting power in, through, and around all activities of the service which is to take place. The law, like attracts like, causes the sacred fire to return to its natural sphere of activity, and this is the reason that our decrees must be made daily. As the physical flame rises, so too does the sacred fire and return to its source. We need to invoke these conscious, intelligent flames every day and keep them sustained. The call compels the answer, and the realm in need must make the call. Daily calls cause a force field to form above us and above our sanctuaries, and this is the energy that the Ascended Masters and the angels use to fulfill our decrees. The power of light knows no limit or opposition, but must be called forth.